Racing is all about small margins. Never was this more evident than in last year's British Superbike Championship. Tommy Bridewell missed the championship by the smallest of margins. We're talking a few bike lengths. After all that racing, all that testing, all the qualifying, all those laps came down to just a few bike lengths. But on the other side of the garage, Jack Kennedy took the British Supersport Championship on the new CBR 600RR. That was 2024. This is 2025, and this is Beyond the Blade.
We're too far down now. But Tom Scott and Jack Kennedy's chassis technician. My role involves building the bike at the workshop, maintaining it every race weekend and making any changes accordingly to make the bike as fast as possible. We are the only team that's kept the same crew for this year. Obviously won the championship last year and we're coming into 2025 with the same crew. There's me, my second technician Ryan, Scott, my crew chief, and then Matt, our data engineer, so 4 of us really. Jack likes being top of the timesheets all the time, that's not a bad thing, but also during testing, you're testing new parts, making sure the bike's safe going into the season.
Struggling for a bit of turning down Craner. There's the weight, but doing that sort of pumping maybe because you open the rebound.
Jack is really calculated and professional in his way, in his way he approaches the race weekend and you know the season and the championship in general. I think he drives us as hard as anybody. You know? So I think that's what generates the winning passion and the package that we seem to have, you know, with Jack. So.
Jack, my highlight of 2024 was watching you come into pit lane and not actually realise you'd won the championship.
Yeah, it was quite a nice surprise to get ambushed by my team. I sort of realised then what had happened, but I didn't think it was possible because I didn't expect my competitors not to finish, and they didn't finish. So that's what brought home the championship.
Last year you were chasing the championship on a new bike. This year you're defending the championship. Is it easier to come back from 2-1 down, or is it better to be 2-1 up?
I think it's easier to defend. Now that we've got a year under our belt with this new bike, we've got all the information and the data for every track. I think we can hit the ground running a bit more this year, and the bike has improved over the winter with the new parts HRC have brought, and we've got a newer spec engine as well, which performs a little bit better as well. So I think all these new parts and upgrades are going to make my life a little bit easier, I hope.
I've worked with an Irwin for the last 7 years between him and his brother, so I know both of them pretty well, and I know the whole family, and everybody gets on. We're more friends as much as anything. He's fast. He's in a better place than he's been for a long time, and he's riding really well. And I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be aiming for podiums.
Yeah, I guess when I look back at the start of 24, I thought, well, I'm going to come straight back from injury, be fast, have no problems, nothing. But also in my head, I knew where I was with the injury. I knew that one arm had a bicep, one arm still didn't have a bicep. And yeah, as the year went on, I got stronger and stronger and stronger. When I look back at the start of last season, Navarra was shocking. I was battling for a point, went to Olin, and it was really hard mentally to be able to accept that this is where I am.
Yeah.
But I probably had to change my mindset a little bit and be like, this is where I am now, and it's small steps. You know, it wasn't that I was going to go from 15th to the podium, it was small steps. So whenever I think maybe of 24, when somebody brings it up, it ended in a good way, and it's a good position to start 2025. Now, today, I feel like I'm starting to enjoy riding the bike.
Yeah.
And feel like, yeah, we're starting to make some progress.
I know what I am capable of as a rider, and I know what the team and the bike is capable. It just seems the only slight unknown for me at the moment is to try and get the bike working to how I want it. I have no doubt in my mind I will still be fighting to win the British Championship this year. There's no qualms, no question in that.
Yeah.
because at very worst I'll just carry the bike around. You know, that's my mentality. Yeah, that's where these tests are so important, because then it allows us to do the hard work now and reap the reward a bit later on.
So these want to get footage of what we talk about to our crew chiefs on these track walks. Basically.
You never come on it.
I know, well, neither does Scott, so because...
What were you yesterday then?
Yeah, you did do that.
Bravo, was it?
So we normally do a track walk of a race weekend most evenings, mostly sort of for a social side of it as well. Me and Andrew and a few of the other lads sort of get together, and anyone jumps on board with us as well to come with us if they're struggling for any part of the track, so we can give them tips or information. And me and Andrew and the other lads sort of bounce off each other with ideas and what we do differently on the track as well, or little pieces of the track that we use. So it can be quite beneficial, because some of these things that you see while you're walking, you'll never be able to see while you're going 100 miles per hour plus.
It's not that I'm running wide, I've just, same with druids. I just have this vibration. Nah. But you know, you go into Island and you're like missing the start. Are you going over them curbs or the bumps on the inside? I'm wide every time to try to, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Name, Lee Machin. Occupation, what am I? Crew Chief, Dean Harrison. I raced a bit myself, wasn't very good. Went fat, bold and blind. Yeah, but I was always driven to go fast, and I still want to go fast. Even if I can't physically do it in my body, if I can make other people go fast, so that's my goal. It's a credit to Honda or Harv or whoever set the team up, how he got such a good balance of staff. We hit the ball rolling yesterday morning. Throughout Spain, Dean's been strong. I can't see why we can't be top 5 in 600 championship.
Definitely a bit more relaxed than we were last year. Because like you say, you go somewhere new and you sort of, there's all these new faces and you don't know what's going on. Whereas now, I'm sort of fitting a little bit better. And I enjoy myself. I enjoy testing, I enjoy riding the bikes and being competitive, which is nice. This morning in Supersport, we're top 5, I think. And then I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Every time there's a new day and I get up in the morning and I get to ride the bike, I'm excited still. So probably got the 5 times British champion as a teammate.
Your teammate's pretty quick.
Yeah, I've got quite a fast teammate. So it's always good that I've got Jack to work with and we've sort of bounced ideas off each other and things like that.
Obviously, like I was saying before, the timescale throughout pre-season and coming towards the first round is very tight. So at the minute we have all hands on deck, we're getting stuff ready, people are helping people build their bikes, build spares, build engines and stuff like this. And at this point in the week, we're a day away from loading the vans and trucks to go for round 1. So again, people are busy sorting out spares, any motor products we might use and all stuff like that.
I look back now and I see Alton Park, you know, felt, oh, it's 3-4 months away and it's just around the corner. And for us and a lot of people here, we've been on track every month for BSB. We've been plagued with weather this year, as many teams have done, which has caught us out massively. You know, when you haven't been out on a bike for a number of months, from a team point of view, you need to build slowly with it. We'd all like more time, more hours in the day, more days in the week. It just seems to be so much going on. And yes, the testing over a lovely bank holiday weekend and racing over a lovely bank holiday weekend, it has its downfalls because you have short weeks before, during and after. Yeah. And when you're chasing parts, components, everything else, that's painful sometimes, you know, we just can't buy that time back, get that time back. We're making steps, and I think when we go to Alton Park this weekend, that's going to be a telltale sign for us of how far off we are or how close we are.
And then finally, if you could describe Honda's success or your abilities in one word for this year.
Podiums.